Okay, I'm inside Derrick Cave. I've never been here this time of year. There's a lot more ice than I was expecting. It's not officially an ice cave. An ice cave would have ice year round. Derrick Cave doesn't have ice year round. It's in the middle of the hot desert. Okay, well, kind of. Anyway, long story short, there's ice in it now. Very cool. Slipped on a loose rock. Trying to be gentle with the cave, but yeah. It's a booby trap. So look at this, where I am now. It's like ice all over the floor here. But the good news is, if I go over here to the left side, I can go around the ice, so I don't have to step on it. Get myself hurt. Or worse, damage the ice. Oh. Got caught on a loose rock. Man, this place is an obstacle course. Okay. I try to be gentle, but sometimes it outsmarts me. It's not pretty. Yeah, look at all that ice over there. It's very pretty. Weensy bit dangerous. So here's a nice big trench. Over on that side of the trench is wider, so when there's no ice, that way's probably easier. But right now, I want to go where it looks like there's the least ice. So I think I'm going to take this side, the north side. All right, let's look at all this ice up here. I already saw this on the way in. Then notice there's a tube within a tube there. You know what, I might be able to go over here. You know what, I think I will. Give you a different view of that tube within a tube. Close up to some of this ice. Okay, yeah. Not the safest cave, that's for sure. Even in the summer, there's a lot of trip hazards in this cave, so it's a little bit tricky. From the main tube, there aren't really any cliffs to fall off. But notice, it's like a ledge up there. Probably try to climb up there if you're feeling brave. Oh, wow. Yeah, good luck getting up there. Some nice ice over there. I can't really get closer. There's ice on the floor too. I have to go up and over. I don't know if you can see it yet, but there is natural light coming through there. One thing that's cool, I was joking about that upper level up there. I don't know if you can see, but there's rat droppings up there. So even if people can't get up there very well, apparently the rats don't have much trouble getting up there. Good to know. Now look at all this, there's lots of ice here. How in the world did I get through here? What's really cool, look at this small hole in the floor. So like I said, even when there's no ice here, this place is a bit of an obstacle course. You need to walk very carefully. But realistically, I'm gonna have to go straight through here very carefully. Now, there's a little bit of ice on the walls, even hanging up there. Oh wow, let me turn around here. Yeah, notice how the ceiling's a bit uneven. Tricky. Well, here goes my cans. Cancel my plans to walk on the ceiling, I guess. You know, Superman would make a good prankster. Imagine he shows up on Halloween upside down or something. Trick or treat. It's like, wow, that's impressive. Honestly, I think they should make a Superman TV show that's a comedy. They're showing Superman having fun with kids or whatever. Be a lot of potential in that. It's actually a really good movie, an adult cartoon. It's like, what is it called? Hancock. About a guy with superhuman powers, but he has amnesia, so he has no idea why. But he's kind of like Billy Madison. He's kind of immature, so gets himself into some troubles. It's kind of a good movie. It's got Will Smith as Hancock. There's even a funny name funny story about how he got the name Hancock. All right, let's see here. Okay, so now I'm at a drop off here. It's like 8 feet down. Even without the ice, it's a bit tricky. I can go to the left here, but there's some ice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here to the right. There's still some ice, but there's also enough rock I can step on very carefully to not get through and plummet to my doom. This is the way I usually go, even when there isn't any ice, just because it's much simpler and easier. If there's actual danger, I run away. All right, but yeah, you can see I'm standing up here, and this is a little taller than I am. This is about 7 feet. It's enough you could get hurt if you're not careful. Oh, here we go. Here's some ice again. Already showed this on the way in. Didn't change much in half an hour. Technically, it is melting right now. So you could place to set up a time lapse. Good thing there aren't any bats. My sneezing probably would have woken them up. I don't even know why I'm sneezing. I don't officially have any allergies, but who knows what kind of rat droppings and stuff are in here. Alrighty then. So now is where the ceiling is huge. Notice there's a ledge on either side, but it gets smaller and smaller. You can't keep going. And then after that ledge, there's another ledge up there. Wow, look at that. There's water dripping from the ceiling. It's so high. Oh, now I point my camera up. It's not doing it. But yeah, it takes a couple seconds to fall down. Notice where it's dark is where it's wet, and where it's light is where it's dry. So there's a mixture in here, dry spots and wet spots. Usually the wet spots are more slippery. There are exceptions, so be ready for anything. Just like being on the sand, right? If it's really, really wet, it's soft. If it's really, really dry, it's soft. But if it's just got the right amount of dampness, then it's nice and firm. Same sort of thing in here. All right, here we go. There's ice pretty much everywhere. Now, I'm not going to play hopscotch on these rocks because they're covered in ice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to where the cave's flat. So at least if I fall, I don't fall very far, and then I don't scratch up myself. There we go. We practice my penguin walking. Penguin walking is when you take really, really small steps. So your center of gravity is always above both of your feet. Because if you spread your legs out too far apart, either side to side or forward to back, that's when you lose traction. Your feet slip, and then the rest of you goes down. Man, I like how these formations here are really thin. Let's see if I can get close up. Let's see if I can get in here. Oh yeah, you can see how they're rigid or kind of broken at the bottom. That means they're already melting. So probably would have been a lot cooler a month ago. Let's see, next year, I'll see if I can remember to come back in early April. Put that on my calendar. Assuming the roads are clear. You're never going to see a snowplow anywhere near here. Unless you want to bring your own snowplow. So it really varies from year to year. It's possible next year there won't be any ice. Either too warm or too dry. Or stay below freezing all the time. Wow, this one piece of ice is huge and I don't know why. Something special about that one spot. Somehow a lot of moisture comes in from the ceiling and then freezes right there. Now for comparison, the floor, it does the same thing, but you see how it's flat. It didn't make formations. Brings up this question, why in the world not? Okay, so I'm going to very slowly and carefully just penguin walk across here. Alrighty then. Well, I technically made it. Wasn't pretty, but I made it. Okay, I'm going to turn down my light so you can see the reflection. Okay, there's 15%. Notice how the light from the skylight is really reflecting pretty well. Kind of cool. All right. Now, there's a ledge up here to the right I want to go up on, but the thing is I'm here by myself now, so I don't want to risk falling. So I might have to skip that. If you ever walked on the beach when it's below freezing, so there's water frozen on the beach, this is a lot like that. I've only been able to do that a couple times. Where I live, the beach is usually above freezing, so I don't get a lot of opportunities to practice something like that. So there's the two skylights. Now, there's the upper level, the ledge I was telling you about. I'm not sure if I should do this. Let me see if I can get over here. All right. Yeah, see how narrow this ledge is here? See down there, right where I would like to put my feet, there's ice on the ledge. So realistically, if I stay up all the way on this upper ledge, then I should be able to climb down here. There's water up here, but not ice, so it's not too dangerous. Because there's that other ledge I walked on earlier. Notice this damp spot is just water, it's not ice. But there is some ice coming up here. Oh yeah. So this is about as far as I'd better go. So look at this. Nice piece of ice. But then below it, there's ice on the walkway. Maybe if I was out there with people, but here's the deal. You see how the ledge gets smaller and smaller anyway. Even without ice, I wouldn't be able to get much farther. And then this ledge, I was able to get all the way to that corner where it bulges out, but it's a little tricky coming back. You see those damp spots? Some of that is ice. So I had to be super careful coming back. It's funny how you go on a path. Sometimes it's hard one way and easy the other way. So worst case scenario, going in is easy, and then coming back out is hard because then you're like trapped. Oops. So yeah, gotta be mindful that can happen. Not just physically dangerous, but psychologically dangerous. If it makes you panic, lose concentration or something. Yeah. Gotta remain calm. Deep breaths. All right, so let me, all right, there's 50% brightness. Notice how the lower wall on the left is red, and then pretty much everywhere else is green, except that the top is just bare rock. Notice there is a little bit of snow underneath the skylight. Doesn't get enough sun to melt it away. It's kind of like a big keyhole. Maybe at maximum 3 feet wide, 10 feet long. Big enough to fall through. So don't do that. Notice the snow melted and refroze. So at the top it's snow, but at the bottom it's ice. Definitely slippery. So be extra, extra careful or you'll be dead. Wow. A couple times I've gone on top, show you what the skylights look from above, but I don't know if I'll do that today. It is nice weather. We'll see. I have all day today and tomorrow, so see what I can do with all my free time. Same thing here. It's much thicker snow here, so there's a little bit of noticeable ice on the bottom. But this skylight's huge. This is like 30 feet in diameter. Notice this part of the cave is super easy. Flat floor, a few rocks to trip over, but plenty of sand to walk on. Very wide, and is much, much warmer. You wouldn't judge it by the snow, but trust me, it's like at least 50 degrees Fahrenheit in here. I don't need my jacket. I have my jacket on, but not zipped up. When I go caving, I like to wear long sleeve shirts. I don't scratch up my elbows too badly. It's easier than wearing elbow pads. It's hard to find adult-sized elbow pads. Places like Toys R Us, they only have toys for kids, not for adults. Like, where are the adult toys? Yeah, but if you see a store selling advertising adult toys, yeah, they don't mean elbow pads. Just to warn you. Anyway, it's a cute little dead end there. All right. So now I'm in the upper level. There is a way down there, but it's a tight crawl. So rather than crawl through there, I'm going to go to the other side, to the upper end of the cave. This is the main entrance right here. Notice going down here, you're right next to a cliff. So you come in here in the winter when there's snow and ice, be mindful that this is not really developed to be safe for tourists. What's really sad, they hid a cache of food and water in here a long time ago for emergencies, and it only took like 2 weeks for it to get broken into. All the food got stolen, water took longer. Okay, so there's one way to the lower level. That's the dead end. I definitely want to do that in a minute. Here's a way to another entrance. So that's where I just was. The upper level is where I came in. The lower level is where I'm going to go now. All right, see if I can turn on my light. Notice it's really wide here, like 30 feet wide, but the ceiling's low, like barely 7 feet. Sure smells skunky in here, musty. Notice the floor is dark. That's just mud, it's not ice. Probably if I came, okay. See, as soon as I say something, I'm wrong. There is a couple patches of ice there, but not much. Notice how green the ceiling is from photosynthesis. I like the color of that rock. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, yeah. See? That's the way I could have climbed in, but not only is it tiny, but there's ice all over the floor. Yeah, so I'm not going to bother to go through there. Nobody cares. Little bit of snow right there. Very pretty. All right, let's go into the top secret bunker, shall we? Notice besides the steel frame, there's also like some concrete put in there to hold the frame in place. The actual door has been gone a long time. Notice it slopes downhill. No sign of ice yet. Definitely barely above freezing. This damp spot in the middle is just moisture. Yeah, it definitely smells musty in here. Wow. But the ceiling gets bigger. The ceiling's coming down, but the floor is going down even faster. So it's a huge, it's like 10 feet tall here and getting taller. Wow. Oh, wow, there's some ice down here on the wall. A little bit up there too. Look at this. One formation is about to fall down. It was like attached to the rock, but it's coming loose from the rock. That's normal. And notice this white stuff? That's mineral deposits. I don't think it's concrete. Like I said, there's obviously concrete at the entrance to put in the door, but the rest of the cave is somewhat natural besides wear and tear from all the people coming in here. They used to have drums full of food and water in here, but it's all been looted, hauled away. Kind of sad. So, yeah. As you can see, the floor is actually sand. So theoretically, if you got a shovel in here and dug out the sand, the tube might keep going. But, you know, they don't want people doing that. It's better to leave it natural, even if it is a bit of an inconvenience. Oh, cool. Okay, I don't know if I should show you this or not, but oh, there's a sensor. It doesn't look like a camera. It's probably just recording temperature and humidity. Could have a microphone to listen for bats flying too. At lava beds, they have a lot of these sensors in a bunch of caves. But the thing is, the rangers there, they don't know about it. The scientists are separate people. So the rangers can't really tell you anything about which sensor you found. The ones that look like little tubes, like pipe bombs, those are cameras. But that one's rectangular. That one's more of a, like I said, humidity and temperature, probably. Relative humidity, whatever you call it. Sometimes, yeah, especially if there's a closed, like near Bend, they have some of the caves that are closed. So they have trail cameras at the entrance. Especially if it's gated, they have a camera inside the gate, pointed towards the gate. So if anybody tries to break through the gate, then they get that on camera. But that sensor's probably more science than security. Here's the funny part. I'm gonna go over here. I want to pan up. Look at this. See how black that stuff is? That's rat poop, rat urine, all mixed together. Very shiny. So yeah, make sure you wash your hands when you're done caving. Of course, you should decontaminate all your stuff so you don't spread white nose syndrome. Okay, now I'm going to declare this the upper end of this cave. Hold on. Well, there's more pieces. You go through there, there's more pieces. I'm going to do that in a separate video. So I need to do an inventory of my stuff. I want to do the vertical video, this part now. So I got to go get my crampons to do it safer. Now that I'm here by myself, I need to be careful so I'll get myself stuck or hurt. What's funny, look at this. There's the trail up. Notice this right down where you could fall in there. It's only about 7 or 8 feet. Right now it's easy, but like I said, if you come here in the winter when there's snow and ice, be very mindful of places like that. Could get you. All right, so there's the main way in through Derrick Cave. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here.